Over 50, six movements only 5% of seniors do daily. No gym, just 10 minutes. Only 5% of people over 60 do these six movements daily, yet studies show they reduce fall risk by 43% and improve balance in just 14 days. I'm 67, and these changed everything. Here's what your doctor isn't telling you about staying mobile without ever stepping foot in a gym. What are these secret movements that only 5% know about, and why isn't my doctor recommending them? Most doctors are focused on treating problems after they happen. But maintaining mobility, that's prevention, and prevent doesn't come in a pill bottle. The truth is, these movements are so simple that most people overlook them. They think staying mobile requires expensive equipment, complicated routines, or hours at the gym. They're wrong. Before we dive in, drop your name and where you're watching from in the comments. We read every single one. So stick with me. By movement number 1, you'll understand why 67% of seniors suffer from chronic back pain, and more importantly, how to fix it in under 60 seconds a day. Number 6, wall angels, the shoulder reset. Wall angels for 60 seconds restore shoulder mobility lost from years of sitting. Your shoulders weren't designed for decades of hunching over desks, steering wheels, and smartphones. That forward shoulder position tightens your chest muscles and weakens your upper back. Over time, you lose the ability to reach overhead, put on a coat, or even wash your hair without discomfort. Wall angels reverse this damage. They open up your chest, strengthen the muscles between your shoulder blades, and restore your natural shoulder position. Think of it as resetting your body's alignment, like straightening a bent wire back to its original shape. Harvard researchers tracking senior mobility found that practicing wall angels daily showed an increase in overhead reach by an average of 23% within 3 weeks. Another study in the Journal of Physical Therapy Science reported that participants experienced a 34% reduction in shoulder stiffness after just 2 weeks of consistent practice. How to do it. Stand with your back flat against a wall. Press your lower back, upper back, and head against the wall. Raise your arms to form a W shape, elbows bent at 90 degrees, palms facing forward. Slowly slide your arms up the wall, extending them into a Y shape overhead. Keep your back, arms, and hands in contact with the wall the entire time. Lower back down to the W position. That's 1 rep. Do 10 reps, taking about 6 seconds for each complete movement. If you have a rotator cuff injury or frozen shoulder, reduce your range of motion. Don't force your arms higher than feels comfortable. If you experience sharp pain, not just stretching discomfort, stop immediately. Do this in the morning, right after you wake up. Your muscles are most responsive to mobility work when they're fresh. Plus, it sets your posture for the entire day. Number 5, heel-to-toe walk. Your internal GPS. Heel-to-toe walking prevents 38% of senior falls, according to NIH studies. Your body has an internal GPS called proprioception. It's your brain's ability to sense where your body is in space without looking. After 50, this system starts to decline. You misjudge curbs, you stumble on uneven ground, you lose your footing in the dark. Heel-to-toe walking recalibrates this internal GPS. It forces your brain to communicate with the small stabilizer muscles in your feet, ankles, and hips. The more you practice, the sharper your balance becomes. A National Institutes of Health study followed 1,200 seniors for 5 years. Those who practiced heel-to-toe walking 3 times per week reduced their fall risk by 38%. Another study from the University of Pittsburgh found that participants improved gait stability by 41% within 4 weeks. How to do it. Stand tall. Place your right heel directly in front of your left toes so they touch, forming a straight line. Step forward by placing your left heel directly in front of your right toes. Keep your eyes focused on a point straight ahead, not down at your feet. Take 20 steps forward. Turn around carefully and take 20 steps back. That's 1 set. Start with 1 set daily. If you have severe balance issues or vertigo, do this next to a wall or counter so you can steady yourself if needed. Don't attempt this on carpet or uneven surfaces until you've mastered it on flat, hard flooring. Imagine you're walking on a tightrope. The narrower your base, the harder your stabilizer muscles work. As you improve, try closing your eyes for 5 steps to challenge your proprioception even further. Number 4, sit to stand without hands, your leg power station. Sit to stand without hands rebuilds leg strength you lose at a rate of 3 to 5% per year after 50. After 50, muscle mass declines fast, about 3 to 5% each year. Your quadriceps, the powerful muscles on the front of your thighs, take the biggest hit. These muscles are your body's power station. They're what get you out of chairs, upstairs, and off the toilet. When they weaken, everything becomes harder. You start pushing off with your hands, you avoid stairs. Eventually, you need help for basic activities. Sit to stand training stops this decline in its tracks. Research published in the British Medical Journal found that seniors who could perform 10 consecutive sit to stands maintained independent living for an average of 5.3 years longer. A University of Southern California study showed this single movement improved leg strength by 28% in just 8 weeks. How to do it. Sit on a firm chair with your feet flat on the floor, hip width apart. Cross your arms over your chest. No using your hands. Lean forward slightly, shift your weight onto your feet, and stand up in one smooth motion. Lower yourself back down with control. Don't drop into the chair. Start with 5 reps and work up to 10. If 10 becomes easy, slow the movement. Take 3 seconds to stand and 3 seconds to sit. If you have knee arthritis or joint replacements, this movement is still valuable. Reduce the depth if needed. Use a higher chair or add cushions to limit the range of motion if pain appears. For maximum benefit, do this every time you stand up during the day. From the breakfast table, from the couch, no hands. Turn every chair into a training tool. Number 3, single leg balance. The Fall Insurance single leg balance for 30 seconds on each side cuts fall risk nearly in half. Falls don't happen when you're standing still on both feet. They happen during transitions, stepping over an object, turning quickly, or catching yourself from a stumble. In those moments, you're on one leg. If you can't balance on one leg, you can't recover. Single leg balance trains your body for these real-world scenarios. It strengthens your ankles, activates your hip stabilizers, and sharpens your reaction time. Think of it as insurance against the unexpected. A landmark study in the Journal of the American Geriatric Society found that seniors who could balance on one leg for 30 seconds had a 47% lower risk of falling than those who couldn't. Researchers at the Mayo Clinic also found that single leg balance was a stronger predictor of healthy aging than grip strength or walking speed. How to do it. Stand near a wall or sturdy counter for safety, but don't touch it unless you need to. Lift your right foot a few inches off the ground. Fix your gaze on a point at eye level to help maintain balance. Hold for 30 seconds, then switch legs. If 30 seconds feels like too much, start with 10 seconds and build up. The goal isn't perfection on day one, it's steady progress. If you have neuropathy or serious balance issues, keep one hand lightly on a support surface. Avoid slippery floors or cluttered areas. Clear the space before you begin. Make this part of your daily routine. Balance while brushing your teeth. 30 seconds on each leg at the sink. You're already standing there. You might as well make it count. Number 2, ankle circles. Your second heart. Ankle circles improve circulation, reducing leg swelling by morning. Your ankles act as a second heart. When you flex and point your feet, you activate the calf muscle pump. This pump pushes blood back up to your heart, fighting gravity. Without it, blood pools in your lower legs, causing swelling, heavy feet, and aching legs. Ankle circles keep this pump primed. They improve circulation, reduce swelling, and maintain ankle mobility, which is critical for walking on uneven surfaces without rolling an ankle. Studies published in the Journal of Vascular Surgery found that ankle exercises increased venous return by up to 34%, reducing lower leg swelling in seniors. A clinical trial involving 200 participants showed that daily ankle mobility work decreased instances of ankle sprains by 29% over 6 months. How to do it. Sit in a chair with your feet off the ground. Extend your right leg slightly. Rotate your ankle clockwise, making the biggest circle you can with your foot. Do 10 circles, then rotate counterclockwise for 10 circles. Switch to your left ankle and repeat. You can also do this lying in bed before you get up in the morning or before you go to sleep at night. If you've had ankle surgery or suffer from gout, move gently. Sharp pain is a signal to stop. Some stiffness is normal, especially if you haven't moved your ankles through their full range in years, but pain is different. Do this before bed if you experience nighttime leg cramps or restless legs. Improved circulation helps prevent those middle-of-the-night wake-ups from cramping calves. Better circulation means better sleep. Number 1, cat-cow spine stretch, the back pain solution. Cat-cow spine stretch relieves back pain, which 67% of seniors suffer from daily. Your spine isn't meant to stay in one position all day. It's designed to flex, extend, and rotate. But modern life, sitting in cars, on couches, at tables, locks your spine into a forward curve. Your spinal discs compress and your back muscles tighten. Pain becomes constant. Cat-cow restores spinal mobility. It lubricates the joints between your vertebrae. Think of it as oiling a rusty hinge. It stretches tight muscles and strengthens weak ones. For many seniors, it's the difference between living with chronic back pain and living pain-free. A study in the Clinical Journal of Pain found that seniors who performed daily spinal mobility exercises reported a 67% reduction in chronic lower back pain after 6 weeks. Research from the American Physical Therapy Association showed that cat-cow specifically improved spinal flexibility by 31% in participants over 60. How to do it? Get on your hands and knees. Place your hands directly under your shoulders and your knees directly under your hips. Start with the cow position. Drop your belly toward the floor, lift your chest and chin and arch your lower back. Hold for 2 seconds. Then move into the cat position. Round your spine up toward the ceiling like a scared cat. Tuck your chin to your chest and pull your belly button toward your spine. Hold for 2 seconds. That's 1 rep. Do 10 slow reps. If you have wrist pain or osteoporosis, modify this movement. Place your forearms on the floor instead of your hands, or perform a seated version by sitting in a chair and alternating between arching and rounding your spine gently. Breathe with the movement. Inhale during cow. Exhale during cat. This breathing pattern enhances the stretch and helps release tension stored in your back muscles. Do this first thing in the morning to loosen up your spine after a night of stillness. Before we wrap up, a critical reminder: pain is not progress. If any of these movements cause sharp pain, stop immediately. Listen to your body. For balance exercises, use a wall, counter, or sturdy chair for support. There's no shame in using assistance. That's smart training, not weakness. And please consult your doctor or physical therapist before starting any new movement routine, especially if you have pre-existing conditions, recent injuries, or chronic health issues. These movements are powerful, but they're not a replacement for professional health issues. These movements are powerful, but they're not a replacement for professional medical advice. Aging isn't a disadvantage, it's your edge. You have decades of experience, you know your body, you understand the value of consistency. These 6 movements: wall angels, heel to toe walking, sit to stand, single leg balance, ankle circles, and cat cow, aren't complicated. They don't require a gym membership or fancy equipment. They just require 10 minutes and commitment. Start small. Pick one movement and master it, then add another. Progress, not perfection. That's the goal. These simple movements can help you stay independent, strong, and sharp as you age. They can be the difference between watching life from the sidelines and staying in the game. So here's my question for you. Which movement spoke to you most? Which one are you going to try today? Drop your answer in the comments below. And if you found this valuable, share it with someone who needs to hear it. A friend, a family member, anyone who deserves to age with strength and dignity. Subscribe if you want more content like this. We're building a community of men who refuse to let age define their limits.